Well, good evening, everybody. So good to see you right here on 5 Plus and 5newsonline.com. I'm Chief Meteorologist Skot Covert with a check of your weather impact forecast. All eyes on the work week. A lot of folks headed back to school, heading back to work after a couple of snow days. I will tell you, there are some schools that are still going to be dismissed on Monday. A complete list of those is found on 5newsonline.com. If the kids are heading back to class tomorrow, you better bundle up. These are the temperatures that will be awaiting us as we step out that front door down into the teens. By tomorrow morning in Northwest Arkansas, low to mid-20s will be common in the River Valley. It'll be a very cold Monday overall. In fact, it's actually going to be a little bit colder than it was today. We did have a weak cold front begin to move into the area. It'll make its exit later this evening, and as a result, temperatures probably 4 to 5 degrees colder tomorrow. We'll break above freezing in Northwest Arkansas by lunchtime. Lots of sunshine out there, so we expect some additional melting for those areas that still do have some ice and some sleet and some snow out there. Sunshine will continue into the afternoon before that sun sets, and of course, we start to get cooler once more. In the River Valley, your forecast shakes out like this: 40 degrees probably by 5 p.m. the time you're heading home tomorrow afternoon. Plenty of time to get out there and enjoy that snow before it melts. It'll certainly be a melting by tomorrow. Here's what we're tracking. Temperatures are cool tomorrow, but we've got a gradual warm up throughout the course of this week, all leading up to, yet again, another cold blast of Arctic air, perhaps even some Siberian air. We'll take a look into the science of that. Here's that front. It's going to continue pushing off towards the east, and as it does, winds will be shifting out of the northwest, and that's the wind that's going to bring us those cold temperatures that'll keep your Monday rather chilly. It doesn't bring any precipitation, though. That's the good news. In Fort Smith, current temperature 44 degrees as that sun begins to set. Winds starting to make that shift already out of the west, around 6 miles per hour. Beautiful evening in Bentonville, 43 the actual air temperature, but winds really moving in out of the northwest already. Therefore, our feels-like temperature, or wind chill, same thing, down to 37. If you have evening errands you need to run tonight, you'll want those heavy coats. By tomorrow afternoon, highs end up a lot like this: upper 30s in Northwest Arkansas. Low to mid-40s will be expected across the River Valley. Not a bad winter day by any stretch of the imagination, but if you're looking for some warmer weather, the good news is tomorrow's likely going to be the coldest day of this work week before we start to really see those numbers warming up. Back into the mid-50s in Northwest Arkansas by Friday, upper 50s expected in the River Valley. But then look at that drop right there. Boy, oh boy, there comes another surge of that cold Arctic air. The latest from the Climate Prediction Center shows this is not just an Arkansas and Oklahoma cold snap. This one, yet again, likely encompassing almost the entire country. The only location in the lower 48 that's likely to see normal temperatures, it's that southern tip of Florida. It's Miami. So if you're looking for some warmer weather, perhaps that's where you ought to be going. These temperature maps here show us the probabilities of above or below average temperatures. And you'll notice the purple, which encompasses all of Arkansas, all of Oklahoma, that corresponds to an 80 to 90% chance of below average temperatures. Folks, it's going to get cold. We have a high degree of confidence, no pun intended. So the question becomes now, are we going to get any moisture for this system to work with? That was the case for this past winter weather event where we saw several inches of snow. It's too early to tell. There are some, I'm going to say, weak or fuzzy signs in the extended weather model data that suggest maybe, just maybe, there will be a system that works with this cold air to provide us yet again another shot of some wintry precipitation 7 to 10 days away from now. So here's what we know. Here's what we don't know. We know that cold air is going to be in place. We know that the overall weather pattern is going to be relatively active. We've got a very active jet stream, and at times that can swing us a storm system, and sometimes that also brings moisture. When all of that comes together, we get snow, ice, sleet, sometimes all of the above around these parts. So over the next several days, we'll be really working to hone in things in the unknown column and see if we can't move them over to the known column. In the meantime, no reason to panic, no reason to get upset, no reason to get excited. It's certainly something to watch, though, and that's what we're going to be doing over the next several days. Northwest Arkansas, your 10-day forecast is like this. Sunshine on your Monday. We'll have a few more clouds in the sky by Tuesday, but overall, a really quiet week of weather. Friday, we do introduce about a 30% chance of some scattered showers. Temperatures will be in the mid-50s. It's all part of that front that's going to be moving into the area. Perhaps we can squeeze out a little bit of moisture. As of right now, it looks like that would be falling in the form of just cold rain. Temperatures behind that system really take a dive. I think by next Monday, we may not get out of the 20s for afternoon high temperatures until the following Wednesday. We're talking a big surge of very, very cold air that is sourced not from just Canada, not just from the Arctic, but perhaps this is some Siberian air. It's important to look at to determine how cold it's going to get. Is the question has to be answered, where's it coming from? And this is likely going to be the case that it's coming from Siberia. Your River Valley forecast, Low 40s tomorrow, mid 40s Tuesday, Wednesday, back in the 50s by Thursday, upper 50s on Friday. Getting a little bit of weather whiplash because as we warm up, we are going to come crashing down. Probably highs barely in the 30s by next Monday. We'll just have to watch really closely to see if any moisture tries to make its way into the area. That could very well follow the form of some wintry precipitation. Not seeing any of those signs definitively yet, but there are some signals that maybe things do get active. We'll keep you posted right here on 5+.